Okay, so now Harpreet and I have the task on behalf of all of the workshop participants, which have been just amazing. We have the task of emphasizing the most important themes of this workshop and describing a plan to turn our lessons into action. So I just want to start by thanking all of the participants for helping to clarify what is a woefully underappreciated challenge in oncology. So I'll start with lesson number 1 and then hand off to Harpreet and we'll go back and forth. First, we have an ethical obligation to improve evidence development for older adults with cancer. Our society must deliver the best possible care for all patients. And a key requirement for this is to eliminate health disparities across all groups, including those defined by age, gender, race, and socioeconomic status. One of the most glaring disparities in the field of oncology is the lack of data to guide care for older adults. Among patients with the most common cancers, roughly 1 in 4 to 1 in 5 are older than age 75. Unfortunately, we have allowed this very prominent and growing group of patients to miss out on the important healthcare improvements that come from high-quality clinical research. Compared to younger patients, older or frail adults may tolerate some cancer treatments less well, may derive less benefit from particular treatments, or may have different treatment goals. For example, valuing quality of life more than survival duration. However, without data, we cannot know how to best address these possibilities and concerns. As a result, in our clinics every single day, physicians and their older patients make life-altering decisions without adequate evidence-based guidance. Even worse, these decisions may be influenced by unfair bias that could bring harm to older patients. Age discrimination, unconscious or otherwise, is a real issue if clinicians and caregivers assume without justification supported by data that older adults are not able to tolerate or benefit from specific treatments. It is similarly wrong to assume that older adults are not interested in contributing to clinical trials, and for providers to fail to make available necessary accommodations that allow older adults to be included. Okay, Harpreet?
Thanks, Monica. I'm not sure how to follow that, but I think the second really key point is that we do have the ability to acquire the needed data. The geriatric oncology community has given us all the tools that we need, including study design, physiologic fitness assessments, endpoint determinations that make it possible to deliver very high quality and relevant data to guide the care of older adults with cancer. The FDA has weighed in with important and continued guidance documents that lay out a plan, a blueprint for industry to continue to support this work. However, our clinical research enterprise is still failing to deliver the evidence that older adults and clinicians who care for them need. I'll turn it over back to Monica.
Okay, our third point. Research funders, including both the NIH and pharmaceutical companies, must place a much higher priority on studies that truly address the needs of older adults with cancers. Older adults with cancer constitute a high unmet need population, and they need to be treated as such with much more than they have been in the past. This workshop has outlined many ways to incentivize this, the carrots and sticks that can produce action. The FDA and payers also have an important role in demanding better evidence to guide treatment for our older patients. Harpreet?
And so finally, the entire oncology research community must embrace this issue. Oncology is geriatric oncology and vice versa. While we must count on our experts in geriatric oncology to guide us, advocacy for research to address the needs of older adults cannot rest with them alone. We need cancer centers, clinical trial groups, community oncology programs, and industry, and all involved in clinical oncology evidence generation must step up to the plate to correct this disparity so that our older citizens do not miss out on the opportunities provided by our advances in healthcare. Once the co-moderators have had time to synthesize all of the very important insights provided during this workshop, we will be publishing a summary and a call to action, in an oncology-focused journal. So please keep this in mind and look for a manuscript from us. And I'll turn it back over to Monica.
Okay, a final thank you to the all of the outstanding speakers who participated in this workshop. Special thanks to the planning committee who spent many hours designing this study and developing a strategy for how we could best present this issue and turn it into an action plan. I would also like to specifically acknowledge the National Academy's staff who really made this entire workshop possible, and specifically thank Rachel Austin, Erin Blalow, Lori Brenning, Zara Fife, Annalie Gonzalez, Tracy Lustig, Cheryl Noss, Carolyn Stone, and Mika Winograd. Your support and behind the scenes hard work made this all possible. Finally, I will just end with a final slide to remind everyone that the slides are posted on the project website, and the webcast itself will be archived here in approximately a week. So take down this HRL and refer to this where you need to review all of the outstanding work that has been presented here over the 3 days of our sessions. So thank you very much again. Thanks from all of the workshop sponsors and participants, and let's make a difference for older adults with cancer. Goodbye.